There's huntsman work, and then there's work that only a huntsman can stomach. In Mistral, you'll get both kinds. Full of thieves and assassins, this is a region where the people can be just as, if not more, dangerous than the Grimm. If you don't know how to watch yourself, a wrong back alley can swallow you up just as easily as a manticore. It's the type of place where secrets live in the open. Perfect for the brazen sort to make an unscrupulous living. Unlike Vacuo, this isn't where people go to disappear. It's where they go to make empires. Hidden amongst the winding mountains and in the belly of the underworld, you're sure to find them. Just make sure you don't stick your nose too far where it doesn't belong.
I think it's always good to like recap at the beginning of a session because
Yeah, I agree with the recap. When another party does the recap.
If you want a bad one, I'll do it.
Hello and welcome to episode 2 of RWBY the Grimm campaign. I'm Eddie. I will be DMing this adventure supposedly. Moving along, who else do we have here? We'll start with Chad.
I'm Chad and I'm playing Asher Mora. Do you want more information? Because that's
more information.
I'm Carrie Shawcross, but I'm also Pike Wright. Is that the voice? I forgot the voice already.
Yeah.
It's pretty close.
I'm Laura Yates, and I'm playing Arashtra Sky.
And I am Chris Kokinos, playing the voice of Phoenix Nemian.
Just the voice.
Just the voice, not
Someone
the
else
roles.
will
Just
be
the
making all the
voice, not the
decisions.
character.
Let's start us off with a recap just to remind ourselves mostly.
If you want a bad one, I'll do it.
Carrie, give us a recap of last week's session.
Oh, I knew he was going to do it. You kicked us out of a ship.
That's true. That
And
happened.
we all had really great landing strategies, especially Pike Wright. We're on our way to that city I can never say, even though I'm the one that named it.
Kuchinashi, baby.
Yep, I'm always
Yeah.
just afraid to say it because it doesn't take much to
Yeah.
be just a little bit off.
I also love that in the recap, you completely skipped over the fight with the Beowulf.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
The primary feature of
Skipped
took
over the
down a
fight with the
Beowulf.
Beowulf.
It was
Skipped
amazing.
over what we're even doing in this region.
This is all a tactic, so you won't ask me next week.
It's like if I do the dishes poorly, then I'll never get asked to do the dishes again.
I'm leaving crumbs everywhere, Eddie.
So 4 random huntsmen all accepted the same job and wound up on a transport ship together, where suddenly it was attacked by flying Grimm, and then we selfishly all jumped out of the ship, saving only ourselves, leaving our poor, annoying pilot to a fiery death. As we all found interesting, unique ways of navigating our way to the ground, Chris being to just hit a bunch of trees, we eventually noticed that lots of Grimm were making their way towards this city that's up on this mountain, and on our way to go see what was going on and hopefully get paid, since the first mission's kind of out the window now. We encountered a Beowulf where we fought it very heroically, and Chris got slapped around and we all ran away and made sure that we killed the boss from a safe distance for the most part.
So Asher has the recaps going forward.
Yes.
Yeah, great job.
Where we left off, you guys were coming out to the fabled Kuchinashi approach, a series of kind of bridges and gates and drawbridges that they use to keep out Grimm and keep out unwanted visitors. You can see that there are a couple of gates that are kind of blocking your way along this walkway, and there are Grimm attacking one of these gates or surrounding one of these gates. And in looking around, kind of to your left and right, you can see the other approaches, right? There's a bunch of different checkpoints. There's a bunch of different bridges that lead to the city from different parts of this forest. The one that you're at, the gates are closed, but there are Grimm on it. And kind of looking at the other ones, you can see that they are like kind of battling with Grimm. They're trying to push them back to keep them away from these gates.
Didn't see the Lancers before I volunteered last time, but it's only the right thing to do. So I'm gonna move across this bridge.
Hey, 1 second. Arastra, can I borrow that rope so I can tie it to Idiot over here?
I do like the kind of like awkward kid thing where like I put my arms up so you can like get access to my tummy. Tie me up.
I think maybe
Okay.
initially you do it like you're holding your arms up so you can take your shirt off, and then he's
yeah.
like, no, put your arms down.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like, hey, what do you need from me? Whatever, it's fine. Just
I'm just gonna tie it around your waist. Please stop
Oh, okay,
making
yeah.
direct eye contact with me.
there we
this
go.
is worse
Pants
now.
on, off.
Yeah, leave them on.
Okay, sure, if you want.
Yeah. So
While
I'm just,
this is
hold still.
happening,
all right.
I'm gonna look down. How many Lancers do
Oh,
I
God.
see? I see that there are 2 currently that we can see. Are there any others?
Ahead of you right now, you can just see these 2. I mean, kind of generally around the area, it's pretty chaos, right? Not represented here in Tailspire, but to your left and right, you see these other bridges.
And
I would also like to tie the other end of the rope to Phoenix.
Nani? Okay.
you
All
could be
right,
my
well,
anchor.
While he's doing that, I want to roll a perception check for any weak points in the bridge or any
See, that's thinking.
anything we should be aware of.
That's smart.
All right, go ahead and give me
You're
a
gonna
perception
think the
check.
rope's smart when you fall off. I'm telling you.
16 plus 5.
So right now, just looking at the bridge,
Very
you can
much
tell
so.
they're not
21.
they're not super like well kept or anything, but there's nothing that you can see where it's going to be a danger to like step on these bridges.
Do we have like an idea of like the distance here between us and the Lancers?
Yeah, I mean this is probably like 100 feet.
Okay, I think our best plan is we go across the gate, we take out those Lancers, and then we maybe talk to, see if there's any people around.
Yeah, so on the other bridges, you can see that there are people fighting back, and the gates kind of are open. These gates are closed, but the Grimm are messing with them, right? So this bridge is
All right.
clear of people.
My only concern is fighting on a bridge with Lancers doesn't seem like a very smart idea.
Yeah, it's a pretty precarious place to fight. Why don't you just go up there and get their attention and bring them back here?
Sure.
It's gonna have to be the both of you now because I tied you together. But
Oh no.
Keep up. Let's go. One at a time. Come on, let's go.
What did I?
All right. Okay. And one
and
and two.
Okay,
And
here we
one
go.
and two.
Um,
And one and two. Just keep it up. Keep it. Ooh, getting taut.
It's a little precarious.
Oh,
Getting
God.
taut. Everything's good. Everything's fine. Oh, hanging back. You're lagging back a little bit.
I look over the edge and I get a little sick for a second.
Ooh, no, it's okay.
Yeah, it
Come
is.
on.
And just for your guys' reference, now that you're out on the bridge, this is like super steep drop-offs on each side, right? Like it might as well be bottomless. A dense fog. There's all these weather systems that come in over the mountains. It's pretty slick. Not a good place to fall from.
Pike's feeling good because he's got an anchor.
Rashtra
fear.
yells out, "You have 50 feet of rope, so you don't have
I
to
know.
be quite so close, buddies."
know.
Don't tell him.
no, don't tell him. Come on, this is the most fun I've had all day.
It's so funny. Pike is like, the rope is so tight. I look up and I see that Pike is like grabbing all of the excess rope and like holding it to his chest.
I'm mostly super curious. Like, what are you going out to start a conversation? Like, that's the thing that I'm
so I was
so
just
aware
looking.
of.
Okay, hey, you know what? Hey, Phoenix, let's back up a couple. So here's what I'm thinking: is I'll use a something very similar to a firebolt. It's got 120 feet range, and
Oh
I'll
my.
hit a Lancer, and he'll go, "Ah," and then we'll run back.
Pike is not paying attention to me, not looking directly at me, and I've been walking back as far as I can.
Hey,
Okay,
I'm like creeping backwards, just trying not to fall off the bridge.
he's
Heading back to
unthreaded the
crew.
rope to get a couple extra feet out of it.
yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
If your dice falls off the bridge, it's a
Ooh.
no.
Oh, look
Oh
at
my
that!
God.
You
It was
got a
almost
new-
it was
Hey.
almost a 3.
Got a new Phoenix. Okay, so from behind you, out of this
Reborn,
landing,
yeah.
you notice that the trees are starting to move a little bit from the direction that you guys came from, and now you've got a couple more Lancers have popped out of the forest from behind you guys, from where you had come from. So what we're gonna do here, once we get these Lancers on the board here, we are gonna go ahead and roll initiative.
Can I hide? Like,
Can I hide?
Carrie was
I mean-
already planning on doing this before he saw these. We'll give Carrie a surprise round right at the top. But then from here on out, we're going to be in initiative.
Asher has a 4.
Rashtra has a 20. She says reluctantly because you guys forged ahead without a plan. And now I have to.
I literally got roped into it. Okay.
Hey.
What did Pike get?
7.
It's going to be Arashtra at the top of the order. Then it's going to be Phoenix, Pike, and then it'll be Asher, and then it'll be the Lancers.
Well, they are further than 15 feet away, so I can't do my good spell. I'm going to use Firebolt on that Lancer in front of me. I'm just going to go for it.
As you hear in the distance, there's Lancers back here. Whatever you do, don't get the attention of the ones in front.
Too late, because I just rolled a
my
12.
You lift up your drill, you fire that firebolt at it. Its attention was turned away, but you hit it in the back. And now you've got both of their attention. But
Oh,
you are
beans.
going to, go ahead and give me your damage.
5. Half as good as it could have been. And then I turn around to like cheer and like celebrate with everybody behind me. And then I see what's going on. And then I just freeze in like shock.
Okay. I identify the nearest Lancer to me, and I'm going to draw my crossbow to fire at them. 21.
That's the sound of damage.
Yeah.
10 damage.
Yeah, so you lift up your crossbow and you hit it right in the. Now I'm like searching my brain for like bug parts. The thorax, that's real.
Yeah.
Did you hit it in that?
That's one of the pieces.
Yeah, that's right.
Belongs to
Yeah,
a bug.
that's right. Yeah, just like embed that arrow right in there, and it gives like a little like nasty like Grimm wail. It's still hanging in there, but you've definitely made it, Matt.
Did we hear the explosion behind us?
As far as all of you know, like this is all popping off now.
Oh, I'm gonna do something probably really stupid. Am I too far to get an attack on these?
Between you and the lancers in front of you, that is probably going to be close to 45, 50 feet.
So
40.
Hey, question.
You also
Question.
are tied. You also are tied to.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be probably less effective at moving.
Could we say that we get like half movement each because we have to like drag the other person?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'm over here.
I'm like
over
super
here,
tempted.
like-
I'm super tempted to make you guys do like strength contests to move in either direction.
Oh my god. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm like,
pretty great.
I see what just happened behind me. I'm like, I turn around. I'm like, oh no.
No, I'm totally gonna do that. You have to win a strength
And
contest to move each other.
I go, oh god, and I think to myself, oh my god, we need to get back on this solid platform. I don't want to be up on this bridge anymore. And so I start to run towards these lancers over here to get an attack in. And I'm dragging Pike with me, or I'm trying to.
All right, so give me. Yeah, you guys are going to do a strength contest. So each of you is going to roll for strength and add
Okay.
your strength modifier.
Oh, my dice is
so
gone
good.
forever. Do I get a roll still?
Yeah, it'll still give you a
Yeah.
roll.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Definitely got that.
Okay.
Yeah. I only have a +1 modifier, so I have a 3.
Okay, yeah. So you start running and like there's like almost no resistance from him. Like you were straight up dragging him along behind with you. So you do that. Each one of those spaces will be 5.
4, 5. That was 5 movement. 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. So and
Yeah.
you're dragging Pike behind you the whole way. Like if you rolled higher, it would have been a little bit harder for you. But he rolled so low, like you're just straight up dragging
Good.
him and running.
Okay.
Yeah. I just turned
and
to a rostros up.
As I go for that, I wind back for a swift punch. The arrow that Arashtra had kind of lodged into the thorax is still there, I assume.
Yeah.
I lurch back and I go for a big old windup and I go right for the old thorax.
Dude,
The old thorax.
You just
Still
it's like falling on your
thorax.
keys. Just punch it in the arrow.
Oh God, I think I'm rolling much better today than last time.
Yeah, it looks
Thank
like it.
God. 1d4 plus 4 bludgeoning damage. A bow! No!
well, that's karma.
So I got a 5 there.
You run up, you drag Pike behind you the whole way. He's kind of like bouncing and shouting kind of incoherently as you do it. You were so full of like surprise that you didn't even consider him and dragged him along behind you. And you make it all the way up to this Lancer. And yeah, you just punch it right in the arrow, drive it in even further. And it shrieks and you get all that gross like black goo stuff. And this thing is looking in pretty bad shape. Cool. Next up in the order, we've got Pike, who
Still has like spinny circles in his eyes. I'm too far away from everything else now. Let me see. I'm gonna move up just a little bit. Not much. Just a touch.
You don't want to
Just,
strength contest him back?
No, I don't know that's a battle I want to win. I'm gonna.
you've got
move.
like rope burn like around your waist. You're
You're on the old tum tum.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna get like a good vantage point, and then I'm going to use my just like my normal cannon. Here we go, everybody. Not a Chris roll. Ah,
I've been rolling really well today.
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, everyone's rolling well.
15 plus 4, that's 19. Got
Okay.
1d10 plus 4. All right, 6.
Are you aiming for the arrow as well?
Yeah, I'm also like just as Phoenix's
God.
hand like comes
Okay,
back,
sure.
I'm
Sure, why
shooting.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you like fire this cannon, hit the thing right in the what did we say it was? The abdomen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So, yeah,
chest.
you hit it and it's a bug part. Right in the arrow, but it just like pops and the whole
Right
thing
in the bug
dissolves
part.
and this Grimm is
Oh
gone.
my God. And I look back at Pike and I'm like, what are you doing?
And I'm just like thumbs up already. Like, we did it, teammate.
I would like to leap off of this ledge and stab it in the head with my
Great.
both my
yeah,
weapons.
That's awesome.
So what is this? Just straight up, just rolling a d20, or you're going to make me do any acrobatic stuff, or are we just going for it?
No, we're just going for it. You've got the movement.
Right.
It's right there.
Schnee!
Okay.
Oh, I got to stop saying that. I'm sorry. Darn it.
You leap off this rock and you go for it, like double stab, but it manages to like buzz like out of the way, like just at the last second, and you slash right through the air and land in front of it. Next up in the order is one of these lancers. It is actually going to turn its attention back to the gate.
All
Here.
right, free hit.
Put
No
yourself in the
consequences.
shoes of this lancer. It turns around after getting blasted by fire, only to see some poor boy being just pulled away and just like Looney Tunes off.
All right, so this lancer actually like turns. It's going to make an attack at the gate and didn't seem to have much effect on it.
Honestly,
You're gonna-
pretty comforting.
So now we're going to move to this other lancer that is still over here by Phoenix, and Asher's the one that slashed at it, so he's not too happy
Right.
with you. So it is going to fly up and make a little stinger attack at you. Just barely is able to sting you with it.
Like where are we talking here?
Your
Yeah,
thorax.
right
In your thorax.
In your thorax. It's like it wants revenge. Kind of right as that one finishes attacking, you guys notice
8
two more lancers are rolling in kind of from the same area.
I just want to voice this. We obviously have a problem in front of us. The fact that they're going after the gate seems very suspicious.
I agree, but yeah, I don't know how we move forward without defeating them.
I don't think now is the time for civil and calm conversation. I think we should make a break for it.
I guess I'll just have to strength check.
Okay, well, I've turned to face the rear-facing lancers, and I'm going to attack the one on my right.
Man, these rolls today.
I know.
21
Heck yeah.
to hit. 12 damage.
You fire a straight shot. You hit this thing like right between the mandibles and hurt it pretty bad. It shrieks out, like kind of flutters down, but sort of regains its flight.
So I'm kind of like getting a little bit worried here. These other two things have just started to pop up. I'm starting to feel myself getting a little anxious, but I go ahead and I
don't-
see
it's
the one
okay.
that's directly next to me here that attacked Asher, and I want to protect my friend, so I go in for the 1-2 punch on this fella. And I'll describe what I do if I actually do the thing. Where'd my dice go? It's down on the ground. I rolled a 6 plus.
Is your bonus 10? That would be great.
Fair enough. I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Okay. So that first one, you run up,
Sick.
do the 1-2 punch. First one, you get out of the way, but that second one, you've targeted pretty well, and you hit.
So I go for like the quick wah, and I go for the uppercut right next to it, because that thorax is just looking mighty meaty right now. So yeah, on the
Typical
second,
weekend.
because this is my second attack, this is a double damage. Hubba! So that's a big old whopping 4.
Did we establish they don't even actually have thoraxes, right? Is that
No, they do. It's just which
Okay.
part is.
Okay.
The thorax is like the
Fair.
chest. Here, hey, Eddie, here. I'm here for your wasp anatomy, right?
okay?
This part, thorax.
Mm-hmm.
This part is mandibles.
Show me
And
the
then-
show me the abdomen.
Where's
Okay,
abdomen? Yeah.
So thorax,
Okay.
mandibles, and then everything you can't see right now, abdomen.
I need to see
I'm
it.
unclear. Can you
I'm
please
unclear.
stand up?
Yeah.
Are you wearing pants, Carrie? I hope you're wearing pants, Carrie.
He's like, please don't make me do this.
Yep, moving on.
so everything you can't see is abdomen.
You know, yeah, my feet, abdomen. Since Asher's in my path, is that a problem with me attacking?
These aren't questions you should be
Technically,
asking.
I'm kneeling.
You're also on higher ground, so we can give it to you.
Okay, call me Anakin. All right, I'm gonna attack that one first.
It was Obi-Wan, actually, that was on
Oh,
higher
no.
ground.
I'm gonna use my cannon based off of my previous knowledge. It's probably not gonna do anything.
Yeah, so you fire and this thing sails just like wide.
Would this be a good opportunity for me to use aura points to do a second attack? I would like to do that. So I'm gonna look deep within myself and muster the ability to do one more attack, and I'm gonna try again.
All right, great. So just a recap for those of us don't remember from last week, we have aura points that allows for some extra abilities that we can do on our turns. You can use it to activate your semblance, but you can also use it for increased physicality, like movement, a multi-attack, an uncanny dodge, right? If you want to like have some damage, to have like a super last-minute reaction, and then like inner strength for kind of more strength-based stuff. So, yep,
And it's how many? It's 2 aura points or 3?
it'll be 2 for the
Okay.
multi-attack. the attack.
I can do that. All right, and then this attack's gonna be better because it is
Oh wait, no, this
Oh,
will be
so-
this will be 3 actually. 3
That's okay.
aura points.
a
Yeah.
14, 18.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. Go ahead and give me your damage.
That was the wrong one. Hang on, wait. That was a 1 technically. I rolled the percent die. So technically that's a 1. So 1 plus 4, 5.
You fire that first cannon, you do like the double blast real quick. First one sails wide, but the second one clips the wing, does a little bit of damage to it.
Well, I was hoping to use that as a strategy to do a lot of damage, but instead I used that as a strategy to do any damage. So Asher,
brand.
you're up.
On brand for Pike Right.
You know, I made my super awesome leap attempt. Whiff.
Well, attempt.
Attempt. I whiffed. Then I flip my swords around and I try and come right up under its mandible.
Ah.
Nice.
Ooh.
Give me that.
Changing body
roll.
parts. I like that.
See, if you missed the first one, but you connect the second one, you didn't miss, you faked out.
Exactly.
That's happened with
Juked
Chris.
it. Nice. Go ahead and give me the damage for that.
So 7.
Cool. Yeah. So you actually like slice the mandible off and do a ton of damage to it. It's still there, but like barely, right? It looked really cool.
Yeah.
Chad, did you have 2 attacks or just the one?
Oh, I only did the 1.
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap. All right.
First one, you get in there, you slash the mandible off. Second one, you just like stab right up through the bottom of its head and kill this thing outright. It disappears on the end of your sword breaker.
Whoa!
Oh.
Lancer by the gate. It makes another attack at this gate. This gate withstands it.
Hey, y'all, is a gate going to be the MVP of our match?
MVG.
Hey, Cody, can you get my camera real quick? Hey, RWBY fans, if one thing ends up in the wiki from this, can you please make sure it's this gate? Thank you very much. It's really important to me.
This gate's very important.
Carrie,
Yeah.
it's only fair that we give the gate a name. Can we call him Bill Gates?
It's like. Oh, no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so this lancer rears back, attacks this gate, and actually like
Bill Gates.
it actually like hits for some damage. So Bill Gates takes some damage, right? So this one is now
Darn
going to
guy.
be flying over.
No! Go away! I'm down to 6 HP, man.
You can use aura points to heal your aura, Chad. Or you could ask Arashtra nicely, I believe.
I don't think I know that she can do that yet, though.
Cool.
See how this encounter goes.
Yeah.
So this guy, it is going to hit.
Oh.
So it
I
raises the
would like
stinger.
to dodge. I would like to spend an aura point to dodge.
So this is an uncanny dodge ability. So this thing rolls up with its stinger. It like thrusts it at you, he says unfilthily. You kind of like blur and like super dodge out of the way. So you only catch a little bit of it and you get 1 damage. This one goes over to Phoenix and it is going to raise its stinger. So yeah, when Phoenix uses his double attack, he's getting that extra attack, but he's leaving himself open at a disadvantage for enemies.
That sucks.
Is there any roll that I can do to try and yank him out of the way?
If you pull me and you roll a 1, I am going to be so sad and it's going to be very hilarious. But it's going to be so heartbreaking.
I get it.
I love this idea, but it's also like not your turn, and you did just use like extra like aura points on your turn.
Okay.
I love the idea though. I love the thought behind
Okay.
it. I think it would be possible, but it's not your turn.
Can
Okay.
Phoenix grab the rope and strength check to swing Pike like a wrecking ball at these?
on Phoenix's turn, sure, Phoenix could do that.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
if you
and that was the
die-
story of how I murdered Pike Wright in the RWBY, in the history of Remnant. Oh, my God.
Phoenix, if you die, if you could just try and remember that I did try. And maybe let that
Being
warmth.
stung, he feels the
carry you.
slightest tug.
in the afterlife. And I look back and I realize, well, I still have a ton of health. I don't know what we're talking about. Asher's closer to death. than
Okay,
I
so
am.
yeah, this thing flies over to you. It stings you like on the bicep.
My
Swung
bicep
your
is
big
already
ol'
very
arms
large.
for 3 damage. You guys hear some more movement coming from these trees.
Don't.
Oh, come on.
Oh, come on.
And 2 more lancers descend.
Okay, we get it. We need
From
to
where?
leave this place. Wouldn't it be
All right.
cool if they were like closer in for a second? No, like not that close. Never mind.
These models are incredible.
They're very-
pretty
they're very
horrifying
good.
looking.
Yeah, like it's super cool how they were able to get some of these Grimm in here for us.
Yeah.
I want minis of this. I want minifigures of these.
Yeah,
yeah.
seriously.
Asher, how are you doing? Do you need my help or do you want me to attack?
I'm hurting pretty bad. I guess. But let's see. You know what? I think I can hang in there for a little bit longer.
I'm
Phoenix,
actually
how are
thinking
you,
about the
do you feel
thing.
like you can you handle the next attack if I help out Asher?
So I just got stung in the bicep, and I'm like looking at how swole I am, and I'm like, aha! Yeah, I'm about to rip this thing. Like I'm getting really excited, ripping him half. But yeah, I pay no mind. You just look at me getting excited about beating bugs up.
We'll keep this PC, but you're into it.
I am into it.
You're into it.
I'm into
Into
it.
it.
I am into it.
Okay. I'm gonna use some dust to help heal Asher a little bit.
All right, so let's talk about your semblance for a second.
Yeah, so equilibrium. I can use my manipulation of dust to heal my counterpart, but I take damage myself when I do it.
Whoa.
Yeah, so Arashtra is able to actually think about it like splitting an atom, right? She's able to kind of like split dust into kind of its essential parts. So she's able to like take the energy to like help somebody's aura out. But then there's still the elemental side effect of this dust. And it's got to go somewhere, so it goes to her. So
Dang.
she heals other people at the cost to herself.
I'm gonna use green dust for this particular healing, so I'll be knocked back 10 feet.
Oh, that's very strategic.
Maybe it is. Target restores 1d6
whole
plus
time.
wisdom for Asher. So let's see what we get.
Ooh,
Okay,
boy.
6.
Got it. Well, she's gonna take damage. Do we roll for that, or does she take equivalent, or how's that work?
So for the dust that she used, the penalty was that it's going to knock her back 10 feet. So she pulls out this dust, she activates her semblance, and you see it kind of like break apart. Some of it goes to like boost your aura, and then you see her just kind of like boom, like
The hell
blast
was that?
blast back about 10 feet. All of you are kind of looking at this, kind of like
I feel
you've
great.
never really seen anything like this. And Asher's looking pretty good again.
I am prone, but still ready to go.
I'm feeling like the adrenaline pump right now. I'm feeling
Here
it
we go.
so much so that like it gets a little too much, and then I start to breathe heavily, pant, and I go right into my berserk mode on this platform, which does not seem like a very good idea. But you know what?
Nice. So he transforms right there on the platform. And what do you do in beast mode?
I might hit a dude with another dude.
Are you
Love
gonna
that.
are you gonna swing the rope?
No.
Okay, good. I'm
not.
It's
I
fine either
forgot
way,
that the
you
rope
know.
is even attached. I
Like-
forgot the rope is attached to me either way.
I get scared. I'm just like
So-
messing with the knot. Like, oh god.
I try to grab the lancer and I throw this lancer into another lancer. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure. You can.
Because
do
I
that.
totally want to freaking do that.
You're gonna have to do a kind of strength check against that guy. So give me a strength roll and then add your strength modifier to it.
You got this, buddy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna do it. You grab it right around the thorax.
Oh, abdomen this time. We've
Oh, no,
done
abdomen,
thorax
okay.
and mandible.
Yeah,
Okay,
I grab by
no,
the
no.
like I grab by the
Grab
stem.
that
Yeah.
booty.
You grab it by the abdomen and you swing it around and you throw it at this other one over here.
So metagame, I hate how we've redefined abdomen, by the way.
We didn't redefine anything.
Carry
The-
on.
The Google image search for wasp anatomy did.
All right, so you throw him. I'm just trying to get him a little bit closer, right? So give me your melee damage roll, and you just won't add any of your modifiers to it because you're not using your weapon. And the guy that you threw him into will take half damage.
Is his stinger still attached?
His stinger is still attached.
Okay.
I dealt 2 damage to one and 1 damage to the other.
Yeah.
Can I also take this opportunity? I'm gonna kind of do something silly here.
You already did.
Can I grab Asher and start running for the bridge?
I'm going to yell at you to not do that.
I don't care. I'm in beast mode, baby.
At the cost of aura points, you can do this, and then you still will have to kind of if Asher is not compliant with this, you are gonna have to do a
Asher
strength
is
check.
very non-compliant because Asher has a very cool plan.
I don't want to metagame this because if I do, then I wouldn't do the thing.
No, right. No,
But-
exactly. That's right. You do your thing.
Yeah.
I will
do what your character
yeah.
would do.
I threw the one dude and I look over at him and I go to grab Asher and start making a break for the bridge.
Don't grab him
Right.
by the stinger.
No.
So
Wait,
both
is
of you
it,
give
wait,
me-
whoa. Question.
Why would that be his go-to?
But so question, is it a strength contest or am I trying to evade his grab?
Oh, I see what you're trying to do here. I see what
Okay,
you're
so
trying to
yeah,
do.
you're trying to-
you
yeah,
know
you're
which one of
trying to
those
see
two
if-
things you're definitely going to lose.
If you can do dexterity versus his strength.
Hold up. Do I roll at advantage on this or nah?
No,
Because it's a
no, you're
strength
not-
check.
No, you're not rolling an advantage on this because it's an extra action.
Oh, you rolled a 4? Oh my god, I still won.
Hold on. Well, what's my So my dex is +3.
Phoenix sprained his wrist while doing this, but Asher twisted his ankle, so it kind of all worked out.
Asher got a 7. Phoenix got a. What'd you roll?
An 8.
Okay. Completely like rejuvenated, like aura boost, like grab him, like turn and start running towards the bridge and dragging him along behind you.
And Asher starts yelling, "What are you doing? Let me go! I can blind them!"
We're gonna give you half your movement on this since you're also tied to a rope to another person and carrying him behind you.
Well, hey, look, if he doesn't pass me, I'm not impeding.
Well, my movement is 50 feet in beast mode, so you're
Okay.
taking me 25.
Yeah, so it'll be about 5 squares away, and Asher's coming with you.
Dang it!
I'm right
What?
next to Pike now.
And now you are all up on the bridge, and Asher is so mad at you.
I'm very upset with you right
All
now.
up on the bridge.
We are, if I could point out, literally back at square one.
Yeah, but we got a couple of kills, which is always a good day.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
go save Bill Gates.
I'm gonna do a double move to run. So 1 aura point gets me 5 feet of extra movement for every 1 that I spend. You know, I've got 30 feet, and then I'm gonna go ahead and spend 4 extra. So then 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, how many feet was that
I was
total?
about to say, how far away are you from Phoenix?
Oh,
We just
shit.
Make sure we gotta make sure that yeah, you're
1,
fine.
2,
You're fine.
3, 4,
You're good.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah,
I've
you're
like
perfect.
I stopped when the rope hit me. And
My favorite thing is that no one's tried to untie the rope. I love it.
At any point, no. Which,
I'm also assuming that you're running because you're scared of Phoenix, who is running towards
Yes.
you, and you're tied to him.
and it was,
now you've
it was
turned and,
attached
like-
to me. I'm gonna shoot at that first one that I hit
Okay.
earlier.
There you go.
And I shoot 4.
Oh, boy.
Well, okay. 9 plus 4.
That is going to miss. Oh wait, actually, hold on.
What?
Hold on.
I'm on the edge of my drill.
No, that hits. Okay.
And I'm gonna do the right one this time.
What's
All
the
right.
damage?
Ooh, look at
11.
that.
Its wings like kind of crumple up, and it's like, like kind of like barely hanging in there. Like you hurt this thing real bad.
That was a good turn.
You know what? Just for fun, can I do a perception check just to see if there's any more surprises that our wonderful DM is going to throw at us?
Just checking in.
Oh,
Off
my
into the
God.
abyss! Oh, that had some distance.
Let's wait for it. Wait for it. Wait. Oh, okay.
Ah.
You take a second, kind of in the middle of this bridge, to kind of like check out your surroundings. You see that some more lancers are taking interest in your combat and are starting to move in your direction as well.
I would like to yell to the group, heads up, there's more coming in. Let's get to the gate as fast as possible.
This guy hits the gate, and the gate is like barely hanging on. That was Lancer number 6 and Lancer number 7. Oh, wait, whoops.
I'm sorry you're having such trouble keeping track of all of these lancers, Eddie. Maybe a couple could just think of something else to do
Sure would be
and
nice.
leave us alone.
Another lancer
You
swoops
dare
in and
do
jumps
it.
my
kind of on that back platform. Just one
We
this
should
time.
have left a long time ago, guys.
Oh, wait, no. It's okay. It was just 1. If it had been 2, no way.
I use my move action to stand up. I immediately look at all of the lancers surrounding us and I try to ascertain the weakest of the bunch. And I draw and fire. 20. Damage is 7.
Hits it right in the side, and this thing dissolves.
I'm actively engaged with one of these fellas, aren't I?
Yeah.
In what a chaotic state that I am in, I do realize that this is dangerous, and my primal senses have taken me into a state of evasion, and so I want to go ahead and continue to make a break for it. I also just realized now that this rope is still tied to my body, and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I'm gonna follow it.
Yeah, come to me. Come to me, Papa.
I'm running, and I go to lift up Pike to take
Yes.
him, and we're gonna go make a break towards the gate.
Okay, so if you pick him up, you are going to have
Now-
to use aura points because you basically your action this turn was to disengage.
Oh, if I do that, that's gonna be a bad time for everybody.
When you run out of aura
Yeah, let's-
points, your aura
Sure.
breaks, and you're going to go into level 3 exhaustion.
I just won't go to. I will
yeah,
like
you
almost
catch
go
up
to
to
pick
him.
him up, and I go out of beast mode. I fall
Seeing
out
your
of beast
friend
mode.
and feeling out of danger, it makes you calm down, right?
That's
I've
good.
comforted you.
We'll say you like bound on all fours down this bridge, very excited to get back to your friend.
Pike is very afraid because of what he just witnessed. But he is gonna soldier on. I'm gonna take one more shot. This is the last shot I'll need to kill that one. I'll bet.
No
I'm
jinxing.
feeling good about this. Using my
Don't
cannon.
miss your shot.
Oh, it fell.
It went over the bridge.
Oh,
I give it a
in a
second?
minute. Okay, 10 plus dexterity
+4.
proficient, so +4. My bullet goes in through the abdomen,
Okay.
up through the thorax, and
Yep.
out the mandibles.
Yeah, so it does all that and like leads this like gross trail of
Gross.
goo, and then this thing explodes and dissolves. And
Is it like
now
a
gone.
U-bend? Is it go like whoop and
Yeah.
it come
Yeah,
back
it's like
towards you?
Yeah, Chris, and then it hits all of the other ones behind us, and I save the day.
So now I'm in range of all three.
Yeah, now you can hit all 3 of them. Pretty confident you can, because I think I know what you're doing. Because the range is what, 15?
I'm going to use my semblance, specifically the pulse ability, which releases a bolt of light from my body, forcing all enemies within a 15 range to roll DC 14 Dex saving throw. They all suffer D8 damage, radiant damage, or half as much on a successful save. And then all enemies are blinded for a round if they fail the saving throw. So I just go running back, and I kind of throw my hands out. And then I just kind of start to glow with light, and a wave of light just kind of blasts out in front of me. Great.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, everyone's blinded, and then it'll take half damage in the back.
So 663. I might have been able to do that a couple turns ago, but some hot-headed lion man grabbed me and just pulled me away.
This guy takes a swing at the gate and actually obliterates that thing. So Bill Gates is gone. That takes us all the way back to Arustra.
Stuck in the middle of a bunch of idiots.
Arustra's life. I'm going to charge forward 40 feet, and I'd like to fire at Lancer number 5, one by the
I
gate.
was really hoping for some backup here, but cool.
18 to hit, 7 damage.
Okay, so I've gotten kicked out of like my beast mode. I feel kind of like okay, but I'm a little wheezy, a little tired. I look back at Asher and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, Asher, do you need help?
No, it's fine. Go ahead. I got this.
Don't be a hero.
I say like just loud enough for Phoenix to hear me, but not Asher. I'm like, remember what we did to Tums? It's okay. We don't all have to.
We can
make
leave
it.
them sometimes.
And I'm like, ooh.
I'm gonna level my gun at that Lancer,
Give him the gun.
and I'm gonna give him the gun. Yeah. Oh gosh. I'm
there it
sorry.
goes.
Hey!
I love it, yeah.
Ooh, nice roll.
Yeah, give me
21.
that.
Even for a
Give me that damage
strong
roll.
roll,
Give me
it
the
seems
damage.
so clumsy.
Damage. I'll do it over there. There's a little bit more surface area. 6.
So you fire your cannon, hit this thing, bounces it around a little. It's not looking in too good of shape.
What I'm going to try and do here is, so I'm going to run my max.
All right, so if you were going to do that, you're going to get 2 each. The 2 that are closest to you would take opportunity attacks.
That's fine.
Okay,
I bet you're totally fine.
so
No problem.
one of them hits, actually.
Well,
And we are going to roll.
Actually.
Yeah, so one of them floating around blind manages to like sting you in the, we'll just say right in the butt, right as you're running away from it.
How much damage did I take?
3.
Well, getting incredibly pissed off at getting stung in the butt after running away, I turn around as I take my free action and convert my Fortune's Fangs into their glaive, and then I huck it at him.
Which one of these guys? The one that's like right in front?
Yeah. So 13.
That is actually going to miss. Right, so yeah, you turn, you take a sting right to the back, right butt cheek. It kind of makes you hightail it down the bridge a little bit. You turn, you're really mad. You throw that glaive at it, and still miss. You can
man.
blame it on your swollen butt cheek.
yeah, wait. I want to try this out. Asymmetrical instead of asymmetrical, but it's like his butt.
This one is going ahead to the next gate, and as it does,
Can we call that Alexander the Gate?
yeah, you can call it Alexander the Gate. As
great.
it does, you see that this gate actually opens up. A bunch of city guards come storming out to help you guys. They pour out onto the bridge. They're firing crossbows down the bridge, and you guys are able to keep moving to safety. You guys are getting ushered in. They're yelling at you to come help. As you guys make your way past the broken Bill Gates, you pay your respects. You move your way past Alexander the Gate, and there's a third one here that you can just go ahead and name.
Nope, it's just gate.
It's
Gate
just
number 3.
Gate number 3.
Bill Gate, Alexander the Gate, and gate number 3.
You're pulled into this kind of like dark cave, and you see kind of leading all these guards is a surly old huntsman, or at least he carries himself like one. Several layers of thick leather coats, brandishing like an enormous broadsword that's probably also a gun. He kind of like storms in, helps them push some of the Grimm back. He's barking orders at them. After a few moments, like everything kind of gets settled, they kind of push their way forward. They start closing the other gate. Turns to face you, and you see the badge that signifies him as something of a sheriff, which has kind of different meanings in Mistral than elsewhere around Remnant. He kind of looks at you with indifference. He sizes you up and down. He's like, "Follow me," and he like leads you a little bit further into this cave.
I'm excited. I'm following him. I think I've got a new role model.
I grab Asher and say, like, we should pay attention to this.
Because I'm not.
And I'm getting
Pike's
Absolutely. keep
Pike,
your eyes
Pike
open.
is tugging me along because we're still tied together. I'm like trying to untie this rope as I'm just dragging along. So my feet are just kind of like skirting along the ground, and I'm just trying to get this rope off my body.
He looks at both of you kind of annoyed, and he's like, "Which one of you idiots did this?"
Yep.
I just go, "Oh, no, it wasn't either of these idiots. It was that idiot." And I point at Asher, and I'm like,
How do you get this knot out?
You're gonna want to think real carefully before calling me an idiot.
He reaches down and like with very deft, like quick hands, like undoes this knot, kind of tosses the end of the rope to you, and he's like, "Now come on." You make your way down
I
the
start
path.
to retie it too. No, I'm just kidding.
You like tie it around his legs while he's walking away. No. You guys follow him a little bit further in. You finally gotten away from the din of the battle a little bit, and he kind of turns and he eyes you. "Name's Alabaster. I'm the sheriff of Kuchinashi. Are you the idiots who messed with our gates?"
No, that would be the Grimm.
Yeah, I could
We're
say,
the
honestly,
idiots that
no.
took out a bunch of them.
So he's kind of looking at you and he's like, "So, in the middle of a massive Grimm attack, the likes of which our city hasn't seen before, where several of our checkpoints got sabotaged and a bunch of gates got messed with, I'm supposed to believe that you guys just showed up to save the day."
I can clear this up. We're huntsmen and huntresses. So yeah.
Okay. He's not super impressed by that. He's like, "We get lots of huntmen and huntresses around here in Kuchinashi. Not all of them are really looking to help."
We saw harm headed this way and we followed to lend our hand.
"Oh, well, as far as I know, we just saved you all from that. So thanks for pulling us out of safety so we could come in and rescue you guys."
I try to soften the blow of like all the conversation here, and I'm like, "Oh, listen, we don't mean any harm, but I do have a question. Do you have any food by chance?"
He's like,
Oh,
you can
God,
tell
here he goes.
he's already like losing a lot of patience with you guys. "Maybe I was a touch ungrateful, but as you can see, we are in the middle of a very big Grimm attack, and it is not the first one like this that's happened. So I just need to know who you guys are."
I'm Pike Wright, and yeah, just happy to be here. Just happy to help. Whatever needs doing.
He is like super annoyed by you. Like he's like your energy is just like something that he is like not about. He looks over at Arashtra and he waits.
Name's Zarashtra. How can we help you? We've come all this way and you're not giving us anything to work with.
I don't know if I can trust people that just show up into the city. And to be honest, I don't really know a lot about what's going on around here lately. You can just tell. I mean, this guy's like super wary, but like the idea that someone like actually like kind of maybe is interested in helping, like he's starting to like let that show just a little bit, right?
Listen, I understand. You got a lot on your hands. Why treat us like enemies? We could really help you out.
Is there somebody more informed we can talk to?
Yeah, sure. So the main thing about Kuchinashi is that I don't really get paid to uphold the law so much as keep chaos from spilling in the streets. There's a lot of bad people around here, and they pretty much run this town. They killed the last sheriff, so I just try to stick out of their hair and make sure that no innocent people get hurt. All I know is that we've got a couple of these crime families are at each other's throats. But if you guys want to know a little bit more, I can kind of point you a little bit more into the city. There's a tavern called the Skillful. It's where kind of all the important or dangerous people in this city go. You got to have a huntsman license to enter though, but that doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem.
Can you point us that direction? Which way is the Skillful?
I know the way. I've been here before.
My stomach rumbles very loudly.
So you could probably find also some food at the Skillful. Opal runs that place, and she can probably get you fixed up.
If we say that you sent us, will we get a discount?
Probably not. People there don't take too kindly to me.
I'll probably try still.
Yeah, you guys kind of start to make your way away from Alabaster, and he's like, "Hey, don't cause too much trouble. This place can get you." And if you do cause too much trouble and I'm the one that has to be there, like I'm going to take you in.
And I look at him and I say, learn to be nicer to my friends. And then I walk off. I don't care.
And then you kind of like round the corner and you just kind of like you're further in the cave and you just kind of hear, okay. And it kind of echoes. And so then you guys-
Asher waits till everyone turns the corner and he looks back and goes, I'm not with them by choice. And then walks off.
He nods.
To
He gets
follow.
that. He feels that like deep in his soul. Yeah. So you guys around the corner of the cave, and then you make your way up a little pathway, and you break out of this pathway, and there you guys see it. You guys are now up close with Kuchinashi. Rain pours down on you as you enter into the main city gates. You're greeted by the rain-enhanced neon from various businesses and advertisements right here on the main strip. Traditional huts and old structures kind of outfitted with all the modern trappings to really grab the attention of passersby. It's sort of like, imagine like a cyberpunk Kyoto, right? It's like old and mysterious, but it has all these kind of like modern touches to it. You kind of look to the left and right, and it seems to have back alleys that just span for miles. Kuchinashi is a place where most people are directly involved with or in service to kind of criminal enterprise. So even the honest folks here opened up shop knowing who their patrons were more than likely to be, because hey, even bad guys need basic services. City opens up in this wide strip. Shopkeepers are starting to close up for the day, and many of them barely pay you any notice. Stray dogs scurry around in between travelers' legs, mud-soaked paws splashing in puddles. You see huddled figures watching you from these alleys. Most of the people here, kind of in this main strip, are just kind of hoping that you guys will leave them be. There's three main areas to Kuchinashi: the central strip, the lower valley, and the upper cliffs. Down in the lower valley, you know about the warehouse district. That's where most of the bad guys keep all the things they actually don't want out in public. And in Kuchinashi, that's actually saying something. These aren't just typical warehouses, they're strongholds in their own right. It's a place you don't have any business being unless you're actually there on business. The upper cliffs you can kind of see above you. It's the residential area where most of the bad guys live. The higher up you go the cliffs, the more dangerous and inaccessible the paths get, and that's just sort of the way the crime lords like it. It's kind of a signifier of their power. You'll find varying levels of rank and file that live up there, including the black sheep of a handful of nobles who thought they'd try dabbling in the underworld. So there's also like some sparse mansions mixed in that you can kind of see like up on the cliffside. On the main strip, the notable locations include Kuchinashi's primary combat school, the local marketplace, the hedges, which is a network of like slummy back alleys that just kind of span on seemingly endlessly, and the Skillful, a tavern that is only open to anyone possessing a huntsman license. This is where some of the real decisions get made in Kuchinashi. If any of the criminal enterprises here have hired huntsmen, you'll probably find them at the Skillful. If huntsmen are passing through on a dangerous lead, they'll be here. If a huntsman needs some extra coin and doesn't care how he gets it, yeah, the Skillful is where he is like to be. As far as famous taverns go, it's unassuming, and some might even say quaint, almost like a log cabin that somebody just dropped right into the middle of the city. And above the doorway, what appears to be the mummified head of a Borbatusk, which seems actually physically impossible considering what you guys know about Grimm and that it's like hard to preserve them. And you sort of get this sense that this thing is actually like maybe still alive, if the fact that it hasn't dissolved, and its hollow eyes seem to follow you everywhere you walk. Rain beats down on the metal roof, but the door opens. You can start to see kind of inside the warmth from this tavern, and out walks probably like one of the biggest, fondest women that you've ever seen. She's got like kind of like filed off like buck antlers on top of her head, and she kind of steps out, plops down like kind of this enormous rifle next to her that like lands with a clatter that like you can kind of feel rattling on the street. And she pulls up a stool, sits down, and she looks up at all of you and notices, and she's like, huh, newcomers. All right, let's see if you guys can answer my riddle. And that is where we are going to leave off.
Oh, but there's a riddle. All right, fine. Fine.
To be clear, Arashtra is attracted to her.